Said Southpaw Slick, live from work. We got a really interesting question today. But the question is, why do you think prostitution is illegal? So we're going to get into it. After really sitting back and thinking about it for a good 10-15 minutes, I came to the conclusion that the reason why prostitution is illegal because it would destroy the incentive for men to actually go out and play the field. Now on paper, that doesn't sound like a big deal, does it? But the reason why I brought that up is because we live in a capitalistic country, right? Everything is based on money. It's based on profit. I said, legalizing prostitution would cause certain industries to plummet. For example, the marriage industry. When you think about it, the reason why men got married to begin with, especially at a certain point in time in history, was to have or gain access to sex, right? Because women weren't putting out like that, centuries ago. It's like you had to get married to even, get the privilege of having sex, right? When I say the marriage industry, I'm talking about gowns, tuxedos, engagement rings, wedding rings. All of that is a profit. Anniversaries, Valentine's Day, chocolates, restaurants, flowers. All of those industries will be affected if prostitution was legal. I'm saying if men can just pay a woman up front, get sex, and go on about his business, I think a lot of guys would take that route. And imagine if you can do it legally. There's more than enough women out here that are willing to sell their body. And there's definitely a good amount of men that are willing to pay. So like I'm saying, if prostitution was legalized, that would be the main issue. It might cause a serious decline in the birth rate. It will cause a serious decline in all the industries I just named. So keeping prostitution illegal kind of, eliminates that possibility, but not completely, because that's where you have the black market. If women want to sell their body and men are willing to pay, they're going to find a way to do so. So keeping it illegal is not really changing anything except facing legal ramifications for getting yourself involved in that. That's the only thing. But you can say the same thing about legalizing marijuana, even though that's slowly starting to become a thing nationwide. Of course, like there's a few states that are already on board, but there's some that are still not. But they'll come in due time. And I have a feeling that prostitution is going to follow suit. I'm saying, if anything, if you're a conspiracy theorist and you believe in MK Ultra, this idea would be genius. Because decreasing the birth rate is the main incentive. Even though prostitutes can still get pregnant, the likelihood of it happening is lower than not, right? But I'm saying, but me, that's the main thing, like, I'm thinking about, is that it would cause certain industries to plummet. That's the main thing. They don't want to happen. I said the same thing with releasing all of these cures for cancer and any other fatal disease or illness. They're not going to do that because there's no profit in that. I'm saying once they sell a cure, that's it. You're good. Keeping you on medicine is where the money is. For men, I said keeping you buying an engagement ring, a wedding ring, flowers, any romantic gesture, a woman buying a gown, all of that stuff. That's money right there. They're not trying to lose it. But that's the main reason why prostitution is illegal. It's because it will cause certain industries to fail. But the way I look at it is, that can be fixed with brothels like they have in Las Vegas. I'm saying there's still money, there's a lot of money to be made in that. You know what I mean? Like, the sex industry, there's a lot of money to be made. So why not just transition all of your resources and investments in that instead of the marriage thing or anything associated with marriage? People are still going to get married. And I said marriage is not going to die completely. It's just not as popular as it once was. And that would make it, you know, drop even further, but not completely. Kind of like the food industry, how all these restaurants prioritize chicken over beef or burgers in particular. That's why everybody's putting out a chicken sandwich, because Chick-fil-A has been so successful consecutively. So everybody followed suit. That's what I'm saying. It's just going to transition. That's it. So I'm saying instead of marriage being the cash cow, it'll be prostitution and brothels. I like men are buying anyway, and women are selling anyway. So why not just legalize it? Just legalize it. You know what I mean? Like, I fully support it. I fully support it. As long as there's no underage children. Then we have an issue. Other than that, I'm on board. That's pretty much my 2 thoughts on it. My 2 cents on it. That's a 2 thoughts. That's my 2 cents on it. Is it will cause certain industries to plummet. That's why they won't legalize it, or they're hesitant about legalizing it nationwide. That's the answer right there. Southpaw Slick, I'm out.